Hello and welcome. I am Harish, and in this channel, I talk about building anything without writing a single line of code. If you've been following me or this channel for a while, you know that I am a huge fan of Tally.so for building forms without coding. The last roundup that I did on Tally.so and the features their team has been launching was back in August 2023. And man, the team has been busy from Tally 2.0 to AI powered form building. A lot has changed. They've released a lot of features, and this video is all about looking at all the major features that Tally.so has, including very high level what Tally.so can do for you. So let's quickly get started. All right, first up, Tally 2.0 dashboard gets a full redesign. You can say a lot of things in the sidebar have changed. New things have gotten added. The dashboard looks much more sleek and premium and clean. The real game changer is actually the editor. Let's look at the editor first. This is the form editor where you actually create your form, add your text fields, add your logic, add your drop down fields, whichever uh, form or use case you are using the tool for. The first feature that I want to show is actually Wallet Connect. If you are somebody who's building in the Web3 space, they added Wallet Connect, inbuilt Wallet Connect that lets users connect their crypto wallets to do a certain transaction. For example, if you want users to actually give their wallet address, right? Many people make mistakes when they have to paste their wallet address. So this integration is amazing. You can actually integrate or just add Wallet Connect, and people will be able to connect their wallet and attach their information. The other one that I also want to mention is, let's say you add a new page. Slash commands, you all know these are all the form types or form field types, input blocks that you can add. Essentially, if you add a new page, right? Let's say we add multiple pages on this example form, of course. Let's add another page, right? Okay, you can also do slash page, right? The beauty is you can actually now show or hide entire pages, right, in a conditional block, right? So let's say I do conditional logic. If wallet connect is empty, right, then hide page number 2. I can actually hide the entire page, which means everything in that page is hidden and it goes straight to page 3, which is an amazing feature if you want to have specific types of fields and block users who are filling a certain value in your field to not view that page. I think that's amazing as a feature itself, so that you can organize your forms better. Now on the submissions also, you can remove duplicates, multiple prevent duplicate submissions. You can also identify respondent's country. I don't know if you notice there is a respondent country. You don't have to add the country by default or the whole big list that they give you. All you have to do is just use the respondent country and it will capture the respondent's country. Then you can also enable password protected forms, which is, I think, groundbreaking uh, password protection. You can add passwords to your forms and make sure only people who know the password can actually access the form. These are all the settings, of course. You can do auto jump to next page. You can actually enable progress bar. We've all seen these before, right? Let's go back to the editor so that I can show you more such interesting features they now have. I think the other major improvement, I think that will help many people who use Tally, is being able to integrate with an existing Google Sheet. Earlier, if you were using Tally to send data from the form itself to your Google Sheet, you would have to create a new Google Sheet for every new form. Now that has changed. You can actually send data to your existing Google Sheet. After that, right, if you're on the pro plan or the business plan, you can actually customize the email notifications that come when your users submit a form or you're sending a email notification to the user itself. They usually used to come with no reply at tag.so, which you can now customize to your own domain. So that's another customization that you can add so that you have more control over how the messages look when they enter the user's inbox, right? Apart from this, they also launched multiple other integrations I want to show you quickly, which are super cool. Earlier, this page we all remember if you've used Tally for years, right? It's been 3 years since the last video. But major integrations that have come up actually are linear, NA10, right? And also I'll talk about another one in just a bit. But NA10, you can actually save form submissions to any tool from Tally. Essentially, link your Tally form there and send it to anywhere, WhatsApp, Telegram, AI, whichever integration you want to send your data to. Then there is linear. If you want to create issues, let's say you have a customer support ticket form and you're capturing issues from your customer if they want to report a feedback, you can actually send that directly to your linear task board and assign uh, the relevant team member who will potentially fix that issue. Apart from this, there is also Discord. You can actually send form notifications or messages for every new submission that comes to your form directly into Discord. You're actually not paying for any of these two integrations, right? If you are paying for any of them, you can also subscribe to them. But Google Analytics, Metapixel, these are all pro integrations. You need to be on the pro plan to be able to use them. But Linear, Discord, and N8N are straightforward, free. You can send notifications straight up into your Discord server directly whenever somebody submits the form. Now, the best one and the future potential of Tally actually comes up from their most recent release, which is this month in 2026 April. Is Tally now has an MCP server. What is an MCP? MCP is Model Context Protocol, which essentially enables you, for all non-technical people who are actually watching this, MCP enables you to connect external tools into Claude or ChatGPT, whichever tool, AI tool you are using. Now, let's quickly look at what this feature does. Right, if you click on what's new, you can actually go through all the other minor upgrades as well they've been releasing over time. Let's say you have a form, right, and you have submissions coming in, or if you want to create a new form, all you have to do is connect your MCP server straight up in Claude and ask it with simple prompts saying, I want to summarize the feedback that I got from my last 50 Tally submissions and what are my top complaints that users are submitting on my form. And what Claude will essentially do is connect to the MCP server and essentially give you what you want. You can also actually potentially create forms. The simple way to use the MCP in Claude is by first creating an API key. You have to create an API key, right? And whatever I'm saying is already part of the developer documentation right here, as you can see on the screen. If you go to developer docs, you can go to MCP server, and this is the MCP server that you can use, and a clear guideline of how you can actually use this inside Claude or ChatGPT, whichever tool you are using to interact with MCP servers. You can use Cloud Code CLI as well. You can do the same with Cloud Code web interface as well. And here is how you can do the same with Cloud, including a video demo, which I think is pretty cool. If you haven't checked out Tally since 2023 or 2021, or if you're a first time user who hasn't even seen Tally, Tally is a great form to create forms and capture data from your customers very easily without writing a single line of code and integrate with almost any tool on the planet. No questions asked. You can do any integration to all these tools. All of these are also available in their own developer documentation and help center where you can see the tutorials for each of these tools. They now also have an API, which I think is groundbreaking it for all developers who use API. This is not MCP server, but just the API. If you want to build API based interactions, you can actually see all the API endpoints in the developer documentation. You can do all of these with the API, which means you don't even have to come to the tool but actually do all of these in your own custom applications. This is specifically for developers. But yes, that's a quick roundup of what Tally has been launching, what they've been building, what they've been creating on the tool itself. One last thing before I go, if I go to my previous form that I created, the best feature that I forgot to mention is actually, let's say I have a text field, right? Let's have a text field, or let's say I have a checkbox, right? I will say, would you recommend this tool? Would you recommend this tool to your friend? And then I have multiple options. Yes, no, maybe. Let's say, for example, you created this and then you realize this could have been a drop down. What would you do? Earlier, back in the day, you would have to delete all of this and recreate it as a drop down. But now, if you click on the item here, which is gives you all the options, right? There is a turn into option. You can click on it and actually turn this into a drop down. All the compatible options automatically show up like you can see on the screen. You can actually change this to drop down and boom, you now have a drop down, which I think is significant, especially if you have large forms, right? So that's a quick roundup of what Tally.so is in 2026. The link to sign up is in the description below. This is not a paid post. I am a personal fan of this tool. I've used this in many contexts before. I know they gave me a business plan to try this tool out for lifetime. Thanks to the team. I don't use this one much, but if you want to create beautiful forms and manage them aesthetically without any worry or without any complexities and send data to whichever platform that you're already using, then please check out Tally.so. The link again is in the description below. And don't forget to like this video if it helped you and subscribe for more no code content. I am Harish and I will see you in the next one. Peace.